Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. Today I want to give you guys a bit of an interesting video featuring, well, Murlocs. It's the operatic belcher, largely, that I want to highlight. It is the new Tavern 5 Murloc. I guess it's not that new now, a few weeks. But it's got, not poisonous, it's got the new Venomous. So Venomous, it's like poisonous, except once you actually hit something that's not a divine shield, well, it goes away. It no longer has that instant kill effect. So the stats become important, and that's good and all. It's just that while they made this change specifically to kind of tackle Murlocs mostly, like the other not a lot of other options for poisonous that got nerfed into venomous. The Mantid Queen got a bit of a light touch, I would say, but still not too big of a deal. It's largely Murlocs. But Murlocs, they also got this like death rattle synergy where you can play Murlocs that pull other cards from your hand. And if you combine these two, we're still in that situation where scam-based Murloc-style builds, well, they just do really well still. So it's pretty difficult to really see too many of these changes. It's just the main strategy that has fallen off is when you would stack an enormous amount of health and you wouldn't have those attack values to back it up. Giving poisons to some of those cards, and especially ending on a singular poisonous minion, is kind of a lot trickier now. But overall, the gameplay is pretty similar. If you have to rely on just having a few kill anything cards at the end, you're going to be able to take those options. So overall, I think their change was pretty good because it did tone the high end down a little bit, but it's still very much there to be dealt with, as you will soon see. Egocentric vegan wants others to suffer so he can have a little more fun. Well, look, okay. I'm streaming it, so I'm selflessly trying to set this up for you guys, for your entertainment, right? Main character complex vegan. I had a 1.6 million the previous game. Yeah, I know, but that was different. That was the previous game. That doesn't count. That's behind us. Yeah, dude, I'm totally a team player.
Concert starting. Gotcha.
I really just want to not take damage, so I guess we'll go with the pirate. Played Rogue and Sork during the betas. You had a lot of fun with Rogue, but worried about APM. Talk me out of it versus something you like, Barb or Sork. I don't like Barb, but I think Barb is stronger than my first impression. On one hand, because they nerfed the other classes more. But on the other hand, because it's actually really hard to scale resists. It's easier to scale armor. So I have a feeling Barb will get a lot of tankiness from armor. The whole thing with like, oh, Fortify, and forget about it. Fortify is a totally jank mechanic. Super clumsy. I probably wouldn't even use Fortify gems. But just the raw DR, if you get like the armor Paragon nodes, I think might be quite powerful. With that said, I don't think Barb is that much less clicky than Rogue. I think if you want not clicky, you're probably going to want to play a Fire Sork. Fire Sork is probably not very clicky and pretty fun to play. Go Firewall with the explodey fireballs.
Play fair and you'll catch up.
Hydra dead. I saw that people are using Hydra.
Yeah, let's rock.
Hey guys, the Extrafy keyboards are on discount right now. The keyboard maker, code Cherry, 15% off until next weekend, I believe. Well, the coming weekend, so like 6 more days. They're really sweet.
Yeah, I'm on fire.
Alright, what am I doing here? I don't really like those. Those are actually pretty good. Fine, I'm gonna actually invest in the scaling mechanic. That'll end with a pretty big minion. Okay, I didn't use Hydra much. The skill, when you're low level and you're just using a bunch of skills, whatever, it's fine. But the Paragon system You start with a board, and then you rotate and connect boards and try to efficiently path through nodes and primarily glyph sockets in the passive tree. And you want to hit up these sockets because these give enormous bonuses. Like one of those is like 70 int. Okay, so if you look, there's one for like conjuration skills, I think. I want to do this quickly. Where's the conjuration one?
You're at the top of the bowl.
Okay. What is that? What is that? Conjure. So for every 5 int within range, conjuration skills get 19.2 increased damage. Okay. So if I have 70, it's 12 times that. It's 240. It's like 3.5 times your damage. But it's just for like the conjuration skills, just like Hydra. But there's a lot of these. There's a lot of these. So playing with just all the conjuration skills, that's kind of crap, because they're just not that good, unfortunately. So you run the problem where you either go full conjure to make use of all your glyphs, or you don't use any of the conjuration builds. Because if you're using abilities that aren't conjuration abilities, they basically do 1/3 damage, because they won't be affected by that glyph. But then if you don't use that glyph, and instead you buff your other skills, like your mastery skills or something, those skills are doing triple effective damage than your Hydra, so your Hydra becomes useless. So the only endgame Hydra build, like level 100 endgame, the only endgame Hydra build is either pure Hydra, which I think is gonna kinda suck. It just doesn't do enough damage by itself. Or it uses like 2 or 3 conjuration skills at the same time, which I think kinda sucks on the account that they literally just nerfed all of them. So that's why Hydra is dead. Yes.
Want my autograph after this?
There's a skill, 3% for each conjuration you have active. Yeah, you just can't have that many though.
So, what's the score?
Alright.
Here, kitty.
High level challenging shouts. Yeah, I think their last round of nerfs puts all the shouts at not full uptime. There's nothing that really increases their duration substantially enough anymore. The shout duration was triple nerfed. On legendary powers, on the passive, and on the skill itself. So I think the shouts are still going to be good, but they're not going to be like that first beta where you had them all up at the same time. I don't think it'll be like that. Level up. See, that was a good choice on the Lava Lurker. Arclight Rumble? Is that the Blizzard game? Dude, whatever happened to that? Didn't they announce that like 2 years ago? Pre-register? The hell? Bro, they actually have pretty good traction on like Twitter. Bro, I forgot this thing even existed. I guess there's like mobile gamers waiting for this thing. I don't know. When will my mouse be back in stock? I didn't know that it was out of stock. I actually re-updated the links quite recently, and it was not out of stock, maybe like 5 days ago.
Want my autograph after this?
It looks like it's in stock to me. I believe we are good. Pretty bad hit. Brawler Barb. Complete Ram Stop Kick. Just none of those things
Looks
work
like
against
a
bosses.
tense game.
Just seems like a poor way to do it. Buddy, please transform to Murlocs of the same tier. 5s. 5s and 4s. Those are pretty bad.
A strong athlete.
Okay. Like a Sork is gonna open with like 12 stuns on a boss in the first
You're
second.
At the top of the board.
I don't think you can make a Stagger Machine Barb. I think you can make a Stagger Machine Sork, Necro for sure, because actually the minions have good lucky hit chances. Like Necro's really good for lucky hit. And people were saying Rogue is pretty decent with the Cold Imbue. Apparently the Cold Imbue is quite strong for staggering. I think Cold Sork will also be very good at stagger, but it won't be like instantaneous like Sork will.
Good pick. Gotta trade them out now and then. Wait till you see what's in the trophy case. I've been keeping score. You are good.
Leroy. Great. Not great. Beautiful. Look at that crush. Poker Night is happening, not at the end of this game, probably the end of the next one. I actually thought of like a potential ban system when we start at Battlegrounds. I think that would be pretty cool actually, yeah. I think that would be pretty cool. Really not missing a lot of health. I kind of have to play that now that I bought it. Guess that was a poor choice.
Make sure to recruit some champions.
I really just don't want to hit anything.
Your pet will taste.
Okay.
Note pairs and formal.
That can work, I think. The last poker night went pretty well. I actually made it pretty deep in the tournament. I think this time I'm going to play a lot more loose at the start.
You're a star athlete, friend.
We only got one person to get a bounty
Gonna be
last time.
hardcore.
What? This guy just sold his board after tying twice. I don't understand. He wasn't AFK, he was on 5 with 6 pirates last turn.
Score!
Yeah, fine. I think double end of turn will suit me well this turn.
You didn't. Gotta trade them out now and then.
This is gonna be a really late Murloc swap, but I think, I hope I can pull it off. Mega Fellbat. This turn 11. Fellbat is like 2 turns too late.
I think a medal is in your future.
Oh, it doesn't triple. Alright. Easy. Wait, oh my. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Now that's a 3-pointer.
Okay.
A strong
I don't think I can afford the spots on the board anymore with those.
Make sure to recruit some champions.
Magmalock. It's kind of bad.
The odds are in my favor.
Are you on the guest list?
I see it. Pirates, Murlocs, Pirates, Demons, Pirates. I think it's too late. It's gonna be like a turn 14 or 15. Yeah, it's too late for that. Unfortunate, but I believe it's too late.
The odds are in my favor.
Good pick. I've been keeping score. You are good. Nice rocking with you.
Oh, that's the ultimate? Yeah, Rain of Arrows. That's pretty good, actually.
You ought to fill out your team.
Okay. I don't know if I'm feeling this one, but okay. It's not hopeless. New Fellbat change. I played Demons quite a bit today. I feel like Demons overall are really strong and Fellbat is quite a lot weaker, but decentralizing the endgame power of Demons from Fellbat, it has to be a good change, because otherwise it's super polarized. So Fellbat doesn't buff itself anymore, just buffs the other demons.
You're at the top of the board.
Rip my Murloc. I mean, that's not so bad. I could have won. Oh, for sure. 50-50 on the Ghost. Ghost looks ridiculously strong.
Looks like a
Get
tense game.
wrecked.
Wow, a veteran athlete. Good pick.
Your pet look tasty.
A strong one for your team.
Okay. Yeah, so not at the end of this game. At the end of the next game, we're going to do a $500 giveaway for America's Card Room. We're going to start playing poker. We're going to do another one of those giveaways 30 minutes after that. And 30 minutes after that, again, roughly, the tournament is going to start. And I will give you guys the password when you can register, which is like 10 minutes beforehand. it's a free roll, so you can participate if you want.
You're a star athlete, friend.
That is no bueno, please. 26, Jesus. Okay. Guess we drop the brand.
Here's a gold.
Put the taunt on that. Probably do need the Leroy. And this is quite a lot of stats also. Do we YOLO a buddy, or do we just go for it with what we have? Let's go for it with what we have.
Strong athlete. Gotta trade him out now and then.
Leroy Jenkins!
This is a super scam build.
I think a medal is in your future.
Looks winnable. Big miss. Big miss. I think I'm dead. I think I had a good shot there. Yeah, that's a real good shot. Oh well. I mean, Murloc's not getting lucky. It's still pretty respectable. I think that's always going to keep Murlocs pretty strong this meta. Like, even when you really don't have a good Murloc build, it can still take on the very strong builds.